Oh man. Well, it's that time of the year where I got to talk about all the figures from 2023. And I'm just going through the list and I'm just like, damn, I spent a lot of money. Man, oh man, I spent a lot of money. Whew. But yeah, I was like, everybody's doing their top 10 and their all these other lists and everything. And I thought to myself, a lot of them were publishing a bunch of these lists before New Year's Eve. Like, how are you doing this? How the year isn't even over yet. I know for me, I still had stuff coming in the mail. I had stuff that I hadn't even opened up for Christmas yet. Like, just come on. Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's wait at least until the ball drops on New Year's Day to start talking about all the best figures from 2023. So that's my little side note. But we got to talk about, I'm going to do this a little different. We got to talk about it like this. I wanted to do my most disappointing figures that I've collected this year. I wanted to do figures that caught me off guard and straight up surprised me. And then I wanted to do the figures I thought were the best figures of the year, bottom line, in my humble opinion, from the ones I've collected. So yeah, let's start off. We're going to come out swinging, man. We're going to come out talking about Fans Toys Power Glide. Woof. Oh man. Woof. This thing is it's not, I can't call it a Fans Toys figure. I can't call this a third-party masterpiece figure. This is a Hasbro figure masquerading as a Fans Toys figure. Does that make sense to you? People in the comments, hit me up if you think that about this figure. Whether it's the QC that everyone in that first initial run got, whether it's the bad knees, the transformation is like woof. It's sketch, man. It's not horrible, but there's clearance issues and things don't tab together properly. It's so poorly done. But the robot mode, amazing. The alt mode, the plane, really well done. But the rest of it, trash. So yeah, very disappointing. Next up, I got to talk about G.I. Joe Classified Shipwreck. Now, I did a video about this and this figure, and I'm sticking to my guns. I don't think this is that great a figure. I know people who love this figure, and you know what? To each their own. God bless you. I'm glad you enjoy it, because I sure as hell didn't. The shiny plastic, the accessories are just kind of out there. Polly is just basically just a statue. Like, I wish they'd done this packet the way they had previously done Spirit and Freedom, where we can get like a set of extra wings for Polly, or like a posable head or something. Like, it's just everything on this is just it's the choices were just weird. And then they gave us the alternate hair. I'm like, listen, this ain't a Barbie, man. I ain't got time for no weaves, man. Give me alternate heads. Stop being cheap with it. If you're gonna do it, do alternate heads and stop with this hair nonsense. And then if you lose the hair piece you want to keep, now you just got a bald dude with a dent in his head. It's like, it's so bad. It's just shiny plastic. Just the paint choices don't even make sense. It's such a bad figure. But anyway, very disappointing. Then I have to throw in Armada Megatron from Transformers Legacy. You were so close. They were so close with this. And then they had to cheap out. Look at these damn arms. Like, I put the arms out just to demonstrate what I was talking about. I thought after I reviewed this, I would come back to this figure and say to myself, yeah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was too harsh. Nope, I was harsh enough. Like, they had paint, they had a quick transformation, the face sculpt is great, those arms are horrific. The shoulders are horrific. Everything about this figure that I love is immediately nullified by everything I hate. It's like Hasbro at their best. They give you an experience and immediately snatch it away. But yeah, this is a horribly disappointing figure. Another disappointing figure, the Marvel Legends Mark I Iron Man from the Avengers Earth's Mightiest line. I ripped this thing up in my review. Again, a figure I thought maybe after a little bit I'll go back to and say, okay, I was wrong about this. Nope, wasn't wrong at all. I'm glad I paid what I paid. I did not pay full price. I refuse to pay full price for these things because it's trash. They cheap out every single where they can. They could have easily indented the scratches in the sculpt to try to give it more life, but they just decided to put like this chalk paint stuff over the where the cracks would be, and it's just a cheap, chintzy, shiny, plasticky, marbly plastic like effort, and it's just there's nothing there. There's no paint, nothing. It's just shiny, marbly plastic. It could have been so much better with just a dry brush or something to make it pop, but they didn't. So I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed in the price. I'm glad I paid what I paid, but other than that, yeah, no, not a good experience overall. And then let's talk about these Hasbro starting lineup NBA figures. I got the Steph Curry and I got the LeBron. I reviewed the Steph Curry, didn't feel like I needed to review the LeBron because everything I thought was wrong with Steph Curry is the exact same things I thought and still think are wrong with LeBron James, aka La China. Like everything that can go wrong did go wrong with these figures. The plastic feels like, just a regular old figure. I don't understand why these were $50 because they came with a stand, because they have some licensing with Nike or whatever, because you get to print a mini swoosh on them. I don't know. You get the sneakers. I don't know. But these are not $50 figures. These aren't $25 figures. The two of them combined, I paid about $28 combined or something like that. $27, $28 combined. And for that price, yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, other than that, not good. Not good figures at all. The plastic doesn't feel great. The jerseys are weird. They put weird cuts on the figures. Like it's just not good at all. All right, so I wanted to talk about the most surprising experiences I had collecting in 2023. And I want to start off with just giving a complete and utter shout out to a buddy of mine, my man D. He told me, listen, yo, buy these Jada Toy Street Fighter figures. Buy them. I was like, man, whatever, man. And I kept seeing everybody on YouTube talking about buy them. I keep seeing people on forums, buy them. I kept seeing people on Facebook, buy them. Didn't buy them. Decided one day I had a coupon and I had some other stuff. I was like, I was going to go to Target, and then ended up finding Chun-Li. I was like, ooh, yeah, I'll cop Chun-Li. I'll see what's good with Chun-Li. And then as I'm going through the stacks there, I happened to see Ryu, whatever you want to pronounce them, hidden behind a bunch of Star Wars figures. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna cop that too. And Fei Long, got Fei Long too. Cop that too. This stuff is dope. These figures are dope. I was wrong. I've said it a million times previously. I'll say it again. I was dead wrong about these figures. I apologize to everyone who told me that I was wrong. You were right. I was wrong. I fully admit I was wrong. dope ass figures. Yeah, highly caught off guard. I love them. You know, they were so nice, I brought them twice. That's why I still had these ones mint on card. So yeah, Jada Toy Street Fighters. Woo! Man, what a hit. What a hit. And here's another figure people told me about, said it was dope. This Marvel Legends She-Hulk from the She-Hulk TV show. Crappy ass show, really good figure. Like, first of all, she has a woman's body, which is incredible nowadays, because most of these women just look like cardboard cutouts that Marvel Legends is putting out. Obviously, it's got to be like a Marvel Disney thing where they don't like their women having features. They have to look as manly as possible. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like, you know, she actually has female figure. She's a female figure. She looks like a female superhero. The articulation is pretty good for, you know, for that sort of what they say is a dated body. Whatever. It looks, she poses pretty good. I'm not expecting her to do like insane stuff, but it's a good figure. Good figure. Really, and the face sculpt is great. Just everything about this figure, great. Well done. Next up, got to give a shout out to Marvel Select with this Titanium Man. I got this year, and again, people were telling me about this guy, and they were like, it's just basically a big statue. You can get some minor poses out of it. You're gonna have to rely on other figures to compensate for its lack of posability, because it's like single jointed all around. But then again, it's Titanium Man, dog. Titanium Man ain't gonna be going around gobsmacking and punching people and everything. He's gonna like grab you. He's gonna get a hold of you. He's gonna throw you into things. He's basically just a Hulk in a green metal suit. That's what this guy is. But he's just beautiful. Just a beautiful rendition of the 80s, 70s, 80s style Titanium Man. Like sort of just the guy I remember from comic books when I picked up some of the old comic books in the 90s. And just, yeah, it's perfect. It's really just perfect. And it caught me off guard, and I really enjoy this figure. It's perfect. Then I gotta give it to the Hasbro Transformers team for their Insecticons. Individually, they don't look good. They don't pop individually. As a collective, as the full team, the full three, unbelievable. They look so good together. But it's only together that you really get the pop. Like, you really get to see what they were going for, and the colors and everything just blends perfectly together. The color scheme, the faces, everything just blends together. When there's three of them, when there's one or two, meh. When there's all three, yes. The only problem I have is Kickback has a sword. I wish the other two had more accessories to go in line with where Kickback is. But honestly, put that aside, all three of them together look great. And as much as I hate Star Wars right now, the state of Star Wars, I gotta give it to them for this thing. Hasbro did a great job doing the Clone Wars General Mace Windu, General Samuel L. Jackson. They did a great job with this. I gotta give them a shout out for this. I didn't expect Hasbro to have anything like this in their pipeline that could actually like really give me the old school feel of what Star Wars used to be. And I think this sort of encapsulates everything. It's great. It's just caught me off guard on how good it is, and it made me miss the old days of Star Wars. And just a quick side note, for something that caught me off guard was this figure, this TNT Jetfire, which is a upscaled KO of the New Age. I believe it's the New Age Legend scale Jetfire. And I mean, yeah, this is the Shattered Glass version, and yeah, It cost me $24 to get this. $24. It comes with alternate heads, alternate hands. It's a fun transformation. I mean, it's bigger than a deluxe, and you get way more than you do with the average deluxe with Hasbro. So I mean, yeah, it's a KO. People don't like KOs. Yeah, it's not official. Some people don't like the unofficial stuff. But yeah, for the price, you gotta pick this up. It's great. Great. Just trust me. You get this, you'll love it. Trust me. Now, on to my top 10. Now, here's the thing. Before I begin, I gotta give a quick shout out to G.I. Joe Classified. And I'm only doing this because I don't want to make this a heavy G.I. Joe Classified list, because I do enjoy G.I. Joe Classified. His tank came out great, even though we had to wait almost a year and a half for it. Just overall, that overall package is great. All the waves so far have been pretty good. There's been some QC misses and hits that I'm not particularly fond of, but it is what it is with mass production. So yeah, just want to give a shout out to G.I. Joe Classified before I dive in. So number 10, I gotta give a shout out to The Rock by WWE Ultimate The Rock. Gotta give a shout out to this. This figure is awesome. Like, this is my Rock. This is The Rock wearing the jumpsuit, looking like a crazy Italian mobster dude. No, but he only wore it because he had a pectoral injury and it was pretty gory, so they just told him to wear a jumpsuit. So he was wearing jumpsuits for like a year and a half, and I was like, this is my look for The Rock. This is when he was just off the hook, like wrestling in I Quit matches and beating the brakes off Mankind. Like, this is my Rock. I love this dude, and I love this look. And if you can find this guy, pick him up. I've been dropping people's elbows on all my other WWE Ultimate figures, but yeah, this is the joint right here. Yeah, definitely worth being on the top 10. Next up, I gotta give love to the Marvel Legends Spiral. Now, here's the thing. I don't feel like she got enough love this year. I watched a few top 10 lists from people I really enjoy their channels and everything, and no one really gave her that kind of love. Like, they gave her the Marvel Legends treatment, like, oh, she's really good for Marvel Legends. No. She's really good for a figure in general. Give her some love, man. This is such a well done figure. Great paint, great sculpting, mostly original accessories, but the accessories are actually on brand with the character. This is it right here. If you wanted that kind of stuff from Marvel Legends, this is it right here. But yeah, if you haven't picked this one up, pick it up. If you have, enjoy. Next up, a figure I reviewed this year, Marvel Select Beta Ray Bill. This is such a well done figure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not hyper posable, but then again, I never judge that, because I'm not going to make Beta Ray Bill try to do Spider-Man poses. He's a giant brute with a hammer, and they nailed it. The paint is great. The sculpt is great. The only thing I wish for is that they had an alternative head where his mouth was closed. Other than that, you got me. That's why, if they'd had the alternative head, I think this guy would have probably been in the top 3. But that, I gotta take off points for that. But yeah, Beta Ray Bill from Marvel Select. He's out there right now for like $25, $20. You get an insane amount of plastic for that amount of money. You get a great amount of paint, get great accessories. Pick this guy up. Next up, I got to give some love to a figure that was re-released this year that I finally picked up, and that was the Robot Paradise Fans Toys Acoustic Wave. So this is their version of Soundwave, and it's the best Soundwave ever made. There's people who like the Masterpiece Soundwave, but I do too. The transformation is pretty cool and everything, but this is the most accurate and best made Soundwave ever made. Great die cast, great paint. Transformation is The alt mode, it looks like a tape deck that I used to own, so I mean, I'm cool with that. But yeah, the best sound wave ever made. Bottom line, I don't need to buy another one because of this one. Next up, I have to add them to this because, once again, they're great. The Jada Toys Street Fighter figures. Yeah, I can't say more than what I previously said, except they deserve to be here. So yeah, just if you, I'm late to the party. I got these back in what, like September or something like that. I'm late to the party. I fully admit it. But now I'm in. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get them all. I want their Ken. I want their Zangief. I want their Balrog. I want everybody. Bring them on. Next up, another character I don't think got her flowers. Her proper flowers anyway. The Marvel Legends Black Widow. The quote unquote hyperposable Black Widow. like what? Listen, it's a really good figure for Marvel Legends. It's really well done, and the more I've interacted with it since my review, the more I have to agree. It does do the job very well. It's a very agile figure for all of its flaws and everything. The figure is very agile. The figure has enough to put it over the top. There are joints missing that should be there, but it compensates pretty well. And it's a really good figure. Great amount of accessories, great, alternate head sculpts, everything. I mean, I've taken those alternate head sculpts. They're on different figures now, but like this is the quintessential Black Widow from Marvel Legends. I'd be interested to see how this compares to like a higher end Black Widow. We'll see what happens down the road, but yeah, it's well done. Give this girl her flowers. Next up is a real late entry. I did a review on this Soul Calibur 4 Taki from Storm Collectibles, and I can honestly say this is the reason why I jumped into Storm Collectibles now. I have a couple more coming in the mail. I just got one in the mail today, as a matter of fact, at the time of me recording this. And yeah, I'm all in on Storm right now. It's just, yeah. I'm just there's nothing I can't say about this that I didn't already say in my review, but this is such a well done figure. Great posability, great amount of accessories. The second head sculpt is kind of meh, but honestly, overall, like the overall package is fantastic. The overall presentation is fantastic. She could have used a stand. She could have used some lightning effects or something like that, or something. But honestly, like, I don't need them. I use lightning effects from a different character, and it works just as well. This is my new favorite line now, and I'm jumping all in on Storm Collectibles because of this figure, because they hit near and dear to my heart, because I love Soul Calibur. Anyway, yeah, Taki, love her. If you haven't gotten her yet, pick her up. A little pricey, but worth it. So coming up next is the Transmetal 2 Leader Class Megatron from Beast Wars. Yeah, I said it. This was going to be probably a figure of the year, one of the figures of the year for me, and it really is. It's pretty spectacular considering it's Hasbro, and Hasbro likes to cheap out. There aren't a lot of hollow parts. Yeah, I wish there was one or two extra joints, particularly in the chest area where it could have folded in, but there's upgrade packs for that. But yeah, it's great paint, great posability. It's really well done. It's well done. There's nothing I can't say about this, again, that I didn't say in my review. But yeah, you if you're into Beast Wars, this is it for you. If you're not into Beast Wars, you're probably going to give this one a pass. But I freaking loved Beast Wars, and I freaking love this look for Megatron. It's great. Great. So next up, I got to give it to This Studio Series 86 Snarl. Okay, here's the thing. I really like this figure. It's easy to transform, very intuitive transformation, very fun transformation. Not a lot of hollow parts. I fully admit, when I first saw the promo pictures, I was like, oh crap, they're cheaping out. They're just gonna leave everything kind of hanging around, and they're not gonna do the necessary things to make this a great leader class figure for the money. And I was wrong. Bottom line, I was wrong. It's great. And you add this to the other Dinobots that have already been released, and the shelf just ties together perfectly. You talk about teams. All we're missing is Swoop. And as long as they don't crap the bed on Swoop, this is the best Dinobot lineup ever made for the price. For the price. If you want masterpiece level, that's different. For the actual price, this is the best Dinobot set ever made. And I can't recommend this guy enough. Like I said, great transformation, great paint. I wish there was some other places where they put a little more effort into the paint, like in the face of the Dinobot, of the Dino mode, excuse me. But yeah, great. Unbelievably great. Now, for a figure, I don't know how it ended up this high on the list. I don't get it, except that every time I enter my room where my figs are all displayed, and I'm like, oh, let me just grab one figure and just kind of interact with it. This is the figure every single time, no matter what. Every time. I've posed this thing a million different ways. I interact with it. I transform it. I do everything. I love this figure. I just love it. It hits every nostalgia point in me, because this was my Astro Train. This is the Astro Train I had when I was a kid. This color Astro Train. This is my favorite figure of the year, because I've never put this figure down. And I think that's, to me, that's a criteria for any figure. If you can put the figure down and not touch it anymore and not interact with it, then it's a failed figure. But if you walk by it and your eyes automatically gravitate to it, and you take it and you want to interact with it, you want to pose it, you want to transform it in this case, you want to do any, this is why this figure is where it is, because it hits every single nostalgia point. It hits every point that I want in my collection. I interact with it. I put it in displays. I take pictures with it. I love this figure beyond anything else. I just freaking love this thing. So yeah, some people may not like this. They want the original like cartoon version, which I have as well. But yeah, I love this thing. I do. And the amount of interactions I've had with this thing since I've purchased it and landed it in my house, just justifies me having to make it where it is, because I've interacted with this figure way more than I've interacted with any other figure in my collection, bottom line. And like I said, I feel like that's the criteria you must have when you're deciding what figure was your favorite figure of the year, and this is it right here. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think I missed anything? Do you think I hit the nail on the head? Yeah, let's chop it up in the comments. I know I'm a little late getting this out, but yeah, it's a busy time at work for me, so it's like just finding time to actually sit down and do this video. It's taken me a week just to get this thing out there and get this done. So I appreciate everything that I appreciate all the love for all my videos. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the fact that we made it to 2024 for most part unscathed. And yeah, here's the 2024. We're gonna have another good collecting year, and let's chop it up in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the community tab. That's where I post any pre-orders, any restocks, or any deals that I come across while browsing the World Wide Web. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Also in the description is my Amazon affiliate link. It's pretty awesome. All you have to do is click on the link, go on Amazon, and buy away. And Amazon will pay me a small commission for everything you purchase. It's a great way to support the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. But yeah, with that, Happy New Year. Be safe, be good, and it's the DrunkenPrime cracking open another beer and signing off.